Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be creating Flappy Bird using P5.js, and you can see here I'm using the P5.js editor. I've not done any game development in ages, so this is gonna be a real treat for me. So I might also be a little bit rusty and have to Google a few things. So probably a learning experience for both of us. So normal setup here. I've got a folder here called assets that's got a few images in. I'll put a link in the description for those images, and you can just code along with me. Normal setup: 336 width, 540 height, sort of specific to like the mobile for these assets. So first thing, let's just jump straight into it. First thing is, let's load the background. So we're going to want a preload function. So preload is something that you use in P5.js to load assets prior to the setup function being called. So let's say bg equals load image assets, because it's in the assets folder, background.png. And let's actually define this bg, and let's go ahead and draw it. So what is it? It's image bg, and it wants to be at the very top left. So if I press play, there we go, bam, right at the top left. And we have that background. So next thing is the bird image. So bird image equals load bird.png, and we're going to create a bird class. So we're going to want to display the bird here. So if we just load in the image, then we can use like the properties we get when we use the preload function. So what I'll do is I'll say let bird, and then in setup here I'll say bird equals new bird, and pass in that bird image. And then let's say bird.draw, which is a method I'm going to add on this bird object, in this bird class. So let's go ahead and create that. So create file bird.js and class bird. Let's give it a bit of space, a bit of breathing room. And what do we want? So we're going to pass in that image, bird image, this dot bird image equals bird image, and we want a draw function. So let's say image this dot bird image, and this dot x, this dot y. Haven't defined these yet, I will. This dot x, so it's going to be one of sort of not completely on the side, so let's just say 10, and then y is going to be height divided by 2, so that's the height of this canvas divided by 2, and that should, bird is not defined. Okay. Did I add it to sketch? No, I didn't. Bird.js, and that didn't work still. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, the bird's not quite center, so hopefully we should have a property on this bird image called width. So let's just say this dot width equals this dot bird image dot width, and we might as well do the same for height. We'll probably need it at some point with like the hit detection and stuff. So height divided by 2 minus this dot height. So that should shift this up a little bit, so it's completely centered. Brilliant. Next thing is gravity. Let's add a new method called update, and then let's create a new property called gravity. Gravity, let's say 0.1, and we'll want some sort of velocity as well. This dot velocity equals, let's start at a 0. And then we can say this dot y equals plus equals this dot velocity, and then we can say this dot velocity plus equals this dot gravity. So hopefully, if I press play now, the bird should fall. Oh no, it won't, because I need to call this update function in sketch.js. So let's go ahead and do that. Bird.update. There we go, the bird falls. So we don't want the bird to fall, we want the bird to fly. So let's create a new function called flap. So let's call that within Sketch, and then let's go ahead and create that in Bird. So flap, the bird flaps his wings. So this dot velocity plus some sort of number, or it'll be minus some sort of number. So let's say this dot up, let's call it flap force. This dot flap force equals 10, right? Oh, okay. So we don't want to call flap every frame. Obviously, we want to call it when we hit spacebar or something. So let's say key pressed. This is another P5JS function. So if key code is equal to, well, I don't know what the key code is. So let's say console.log key code. I think it's 30 something from memory. 32. If key code is equal to 32, and then we call bird.flap and get rid of that in there. Yeah, that sort of works. It's probably, maybe gravity's not strong enough, or yeah, let's try 0.2 for gravity. Yeah, that feels more like it. That feels more like Flappy Bird. Right, what's next? I guess the pipes. So let's go ahead and think about this. So let's create a new file. We'll call it pipe.js. Class pipe constructor. And so if we just look at Flappy Bird, if you look at the pipes, the distance between the top pipe and the bottom pipe is the same. So I think what we'll do is the pipe class will hold the top and the bottom pipe in that, and then it'll just be like a set distance between the pipes. So let's just say top pipe and bottom pipe, and then we can say this dot top pipe equals top pipe dot bottom pipe. So these are the images of the pipes that I'm going to pass in. I should probably put image or sprite on the end, but for now that'll be alright. So in Sketch we need to load those. So let bottom pipe, let top pipe, and let's duplicate these. Down pipe. Oh, okay, yeah, I've called it down pipe, so that is actually the top pipe. Top pipe, and then bottom pipe is equal to pipe. Right. So I've loaded those. Let's just create one pipe, but we're gonna want to create loads. We're gonna want to create an array, but for the moment, let's just create a pipe class equals new pipe, and that takes in the top pipe, then the bottom pipe, and let's say pipe.draw. Just draw it in here, and let's add this in index.html, pipe.js. Was there anything else? So we need to add a draw function in pipe. So draw this. Let's just draw one pipe to start off with. let's say image this dot top pipe. Yeah, let's start off with the top pipe, and let's say 100. Error. Oh, no error. Okay. Yeah, we've got a pipe. So how are we going to do this? So the pipe is going to be sort of off the screen. So we're going to want the height of the pipe. So let's just say this dot height equals this dot top pipe dot height, because that image has these properties on. So just a quick way to get to those. Pipe width. I don't know why I put weight. Width. Right, so how are we going to calculate the position of this top pipe? So we'll call it this dot top y. So it's going to be want to be a random number, and we don't want the pipes to be in the same position every time. Minus this dot height. So that's the sort of the range, and we want it to be no further than the middle of the screen. So let's just say for this, height divided by 2 minus this dot height. So that's the height of the screen. That's the height of the pipe. So that's the top y. So if I say x and then this dot top y and play that, it should be random each time. Yeah, that's pretty good. Next thing, bottom y. So let's say this dot top y plus this dot height plus we want some sort of distance. So all of the pipes are going to have some sort of distance. So let's just say distance equals 200. So that's the gap between the pipes. This dot distance. And let's see if that. Let's render those pipes. Oh, good. I did not expect that to work first time. I think I saw it come off the screen a bit there. Yeah, that'll do for now. Right, what's next? So yeah, we want the pipes to move. So when the pipe moves, let's create an update function. And what's that gonna do? So yeah, we need an X position. So naturally, the pipes should sort of spawn off the screen. So this dot x equals width plus, so the width of the screen plus the width of the pipe, this dot width. And then this dot x minus minus, so we're just going to decrease the x every frame. That might be really fast, I don't know. That might be really fast. Let's have a look. So let's call this update function in index.html pipe.update. What did I do wrong? This dot x minus minus. Oh, I'm not actually using the x to render it. This dot x. There we go. That's correct. And obviously we need to create more pipes, and we need a pipe array. So back in Sketch, pipes equals an array. Where have I defined pipe? I don't want that there anymore. So in draw, pipes.push this new pipe. We don't want to push one every frame. So let's say if frame count modulus 200 is equal to 0. So like every 3 seconds or so, let's create a new pipe. And then let's render those pipes. let pipe of, we're going to want to remove the pipe. Yeah, we're going to want to remove the pipe if it goes off the screen. So let's loop through it backwards. I is equal to pipes dot length minus 1. I is greater than or equal to 0. I minus minus. And then we can say pipes I dot update, and then draw it to. Is that right? Pipes, pipes, pipes. Okay. Yes, that's one. Another one now. Good. Okay. So, yeah. So if pipes. Oh, we only really need to check the first pipe, right? Because we're gonna want to remove a pipe when it goes off the screen, but it's only going to be this first one that we ever need to remove. So if pipes 0, this might not be defined. So yeah, I'm just going to predict right now this is going to fail. So x is less than minus pipes 0 dot width. Pipes dot splice. This is going to fail. I know it. Can I read probably x of undefined? Yeah. Just what I thought. If pipes. So this is just a basic check to say if that exists, then do this. I have no idea if that worked. Let's just say console.log pipes.length. Pipes is empty. First pipe's introduced. 3, 2, yeah, it went down. All good. Right. What's next? Probably hit detection. So, how are we going to do this? I reckon it's... So if the bird goes off the top of the screen, it dies. If it goes off the bottom, it dies. I think let's create a function, a method on the bird object called has died. So if has died, then restart game. Let's create a function called restart game first. So function restart game, and all we're going to need to do to restart the game is create a new bird object and empty that pipes array. So bird equals new bird. Where do we do that? Yeah, it needs a bird image. New bird, bird, and then pipes equals an empty array. So I'm just going to assume that works. Restart game. So if has died, so there's 3 ways you can die: hitting a pipe or going off the screen. And it's the same thing as earlier. You're only ever going to hit the first pipe, so I'm going to pass in the first pipe as an argument. So pipes 0 has died. So let's create this method now. Has died, and that takes in a pipe. So let's do the detection for the ground. So if this dot y, so we're in the bird class here. So if dot y is less than minus this dot height. Console, let's just log this out quickly. Log gone off top. So gone off the top of the map. Yeah, right. So if that, then return true. Or this dot y is greater than height minus this dot height. So also, yeah, there we go. So it restarts it if you hit the bottom or if you hit the top. Okay, cool. Next thing is if we hit a pipe. So if pipe, because remember that pipe can be undefined. There is at the start of the game, there are no pipes in the game. So how do we do this? So we need to check, if we just look at this, we need to check if the bird is in between the pipes. So let's do that first. If this dot x plus this dot width is greater than or equal to pipe dot x, and this isn't going to be an exact science, so there'll probably be like an off by 1 here or something, but just to get it to go. So this is saying if this dot x plus the width, so if we're like here, plus the width, so that's like our mouth. If our mouth is in between, is greater than pipe dot x, and this dot x is less than or equal to pipe dot x plus pipe dot width. So let's just see if this works. Console.log. I am in between. I'm in between. Okay, so that looks like that works. So next is to tell if we've hit the top pipe. So if we're in between, and then if this dot y is less than or equal to pipe dot top y. Did I call it top y? Can't remember. Top y and bottom y. Pipe dot top y plus pipe dot height. Right, so if the y position is less than the top of the very top plus the height, let's just console log this. Console.log hit top pipe. Yeah, that seemed to do it. And so yeah, we're going to want to return true if that's true. And the other thing is if we hit a bottom pipe, so if this dot y plus this dot height is greater than pipe dot bottom y, return true. Right. So obviously else return false, but you don't actually need to do that in JavaScript. So let's see. Yep, hit that pipe. So the top pipe works. What about the bottom pipe? Yep, that's all good. What about... Oh my god, I suck at my own game. I'm trying to get through it. Probably needs to be a bit faster. Yeah, cool. Right. So we've got hit detection. What's next? Oh, there's a little score. Let's do a score. How are we going to do this? So, yeah, let's just go and sketch. Let's say score is equal to 0. And if we remove a pipe, we can assume that you've increased the score plus, and let's display this somewhere. Where to display this? I guess it's going to want to be at the top somewhere. So let's say text is score, and where is it going to be? It's going to be width divided by 2, let's just say 100 down. That might be too big. Let's see. Oh, it's black. I don't like that. But let's see if it increases. Oh my god. If I was any good at my game, this video would be a lot shorter. Yeah, that'll do. So that increases the score. So let's say text size is 32. And then let's just fill that with white. I think that'll look better. And then width divided by 2 minus 16. Yeah, there we go. That seems like we have Flappy Bird. Right. Yeah, so that'll do for this video. Yeah, so if like this is the first time you've seen this channel, I'd love it if you subscribe. Yeah, maybe I'll make some more videos like this. Yeah, it's been fun. Sorry if I was a little bit rusty. I haven't done this in so long, and yeah, I'm sure there's some bugs around that hit detection, but that'll do for the video. Cheers, thank you.